What's up everybody, and welcome back to Ben's Big Drive. Now this is video number 2 in the How to Make Your Practice Better series. And today we're talking about the all-important field work. Now, field work may be the most simple part of your practice routine, but it is absolutely the most critical. Now, again, a lot of people think that field work just means throwing the disc out in the field a bunch of times. And let me tell you a secret that took me a long time to learn. Just because you're throwing a disc on a soccer field and not at a disc golf course does not automatically make you improve. I know, I wish it would. So the problem that a lot of people encounter with their field work is that they do not choose something specific to work on. So when I go to do field work, I have one thing that I'm working on for that day and nothing else. If nothing else, I want to leave better at that one thing than I started at the beginning of the field work session. And how do you do this? How do you effectively work on one thing and implement it into your muscle memory and into your throw? Well, the best and quickest way to do this is by using a drill. Now, what a drill does is it forces that good habit, and you have to make sure you're doing the drill correctly, but it forces that good habit into your muscle memory, which is key. You can understand how to throw the disc all the live long day, but if it's not a part of your muscle memory, again, once you reach the tournament or the course, it's just gonna fly right out of your head. It's muscle memory that we're trying to develop here, not an understanding of the backhand, even though that's what you'll get out of this as well. Or forehand, whatever you're practicing. Putting, it doesn't matter. Muscle memory is what we're looking for. So this all sounds well and good, but the temptation that we all have as disc golfers, because, well, we love throwing the disc so much, is that once we get out into the field, we'll do the drill a couple of times and then just start chucking discs and hoping that they go farther. I've done this hundreds of times. I'm sure you have too, but that is not an efficient way to practice. Your results are going to come way slower than if you commit to the drill. But I also know that drills are sometimes boring. And so that's why we skip them over to just go to chuck and disc. So here is a system that I found to where I can not bore myself, but I can also incorporate drills in a meaningful way that creates muscle memory. So here's how I do field work. When I show up to the field, I'll get a nice good warm up in, make sure that you're nice and good and warmed up, and then I'll go through and I'll do a drill about 20 times. I'll do the drill in sets of 5, 4 sets of 5, and make sure that I have hammered into my mind and into my muscle memory that drill. And then I get pretty bored with it. So what do? Then after that, I'll do the drill 3 times per throw. So for every 3 times I do the drill, in my head, I reward myself with 1 throw. And when I throw it, I'm not just throwing it for fun, I'm throwing it to implement in practice what I've learned in the drill. So what this does is it keeps you doing the reps of the drill, because if you want to throw and have fun throwing, you've got to earn that by doing 3 reps. And it also keeps the drill fresh in your head so that when you do those throws, it becomes muscle memory in the context of your form, and hopefully you can see the improvements after time. And another thing that this does is it keeps you from throwing yourself tired. There have been periods of my life where I've had to take months off of throwing a disc, which is torture, absolute torture, because I went too hard on field work, which means grabbing 50 discs and go out there and throw them about 20 times. That's a bunch of throws. So I actually ended up hurting myself pretty badly doing this. So if you're pacing yourself and only throwing every 3 times that you can do a rep of your drill, you're also putting a safety net over your body that you don't overdo it with field work, because that can cause more issues than what you started with. Now, what is the final piece in your field work practice? You have to video and analyze it. I promise that this is key to your improvement as a player. So once you've spent all that time doing the drill, trying the throws, doing the drills in between, you have to look at your footage, take yourself away from the course, give it a break, then go back and look at your footage to see if doing the drill actually helped. If it did, fantastic. Go out there and do it another time tomorrow. But if you're doing it wrong, you need to know that by looking at your footage. It doesn't help you to reinforce bad habits. So this last step, which is videoing yourself and analyzing that footage after every fieldwork session, is critical so that at the end of the day, you're reinforcing good habits instead of reinforcing bad habits. Now, what is the last category of practice? This is tournament prep, and it's all about scoring, sprint, baby. It's all about getting low, shooting hot, and winning some tournaments. So check back tomorrow for day 15 of VLOGSMAS, day 3 of this practice series, and we'll see you there.